So we're at Appiah. This is one of the biggest. We have 15 by 5 meters. It's long, not the biggest but longest so far. So, and then the filter helps the system so it doesn't get clogged. Look at all those dirt and silt. You can see silt, all these, and they were filtered by our good guy there. So we have to wash it, and this is the filter. So that's the filter. You can see that it has done a good job, and that means that no silt will be clogging our sprinkler systems because they have very fine sort of holes or spouts. So that is our filter. Again, you can see it's very dirty, so it's done its job excellently like it's supposed to do. So this is at Appiah. It's a low-lying place, so there are a bit of flood flashes around, but the client built this place specifically for the snails. So they are doing an outhouse for the farmhand, and then they're going to protect this area. But you can see our place is not flooded. It's fairly dry because we did some elevation as well. So we first come and test your land, and then we know what to do in terms of soil mitigation. And now we are planting more vegetation. Basically, we've done dwarf bananas, dwarf pawpaws, and then we are now putting in a lot more sweet potatoes. So sweet potatoes are creepers, so they creep and make the place very nice. So we are weeding or desilting the place a bit as well, so that the good stuff can grow. So that is inside the pen, very tall, very long pen. And then we have our sprinklers down because for the very beginning we need them down so that they can actually work on our plants for us. So, and we have cocoa yams and we have the creeping plants. So those are the sweet potatoes running all over the ground. And then we brought more to grow. And why we love certain clients more, because they are compliant. They do what you want them to do. So they kept on changing the water for the foot bath and the places. Everything they see, they report back to us. So we're going to put the sprinkler system up so that it gets better coverage now that the things have grown. So this is our tank. This is a 2,000 liter tank. We have a bit of support because the ground is quite soft, so we did a bit of bracing for it as well. And these are the sides. So we are still doing checks. We don't just build and leave it, or build and say, hey, we're done, adios, and then we take our money and out. We build, we maintain, we come to do checks, and then we balance where there needs to be a balance. So the system is like always has two compartments. So this is the small outhouse with the net. So we're going to put a net in between this, serve as security, bring a zapper so that it can zap any insects, especially houseflies that go in. And this is the system, the side of it, very extensive, very nicely done. It has plastic all over, so it doesn't flat, it doesn't really get torn, and it's in top shape basically. Yes. So, and this is our system. So let's get back to the filter, or the filtration system. So we have to clean the filter before we put it back in. So what we do is that we usually use the same water and flush it. So we flush it, wash the filter very well. And wash the cap as well. So this is the cap. It has a little bit of dirt in there, so we wash that as well. Just open it slightly to wash the cap. So it all tells us that this filter is really doing an excellent work in terms of the filtering, and then the job is supposed to do. If we were all doing our jobs, you know, the world would be a better place. So kudos to the filter for doing its work, you know. So that is the filter system doing its work excellently. So now we can just put it back, and when we flash the system, we see that everything works okay. So let me first close it. Now it's cleaned. So this is what clients are supposed to do. They're supposed to clean the system. So it's now flushed, nicely done. And then we have a very good system. So push it back. It has a hole in there. Let me see if we can zoom in and see. It's quite dark in there, so you can't see, but it has a groove in there that holds the filtration system in place so that it doesn't move about much. So we just push this back. And now when you turn on your sprinkler system, it will work like magic. That's the sound of a good sprinkler system. So our tank is filled. Our brace, we will remove it once the soil stabilizes, and then the sprinkler system is down on this particular system because of we are growing, so we want the water to reach the plants faster. And then in the very next week, we're going to take the sprinklers up because we will be getting ready for the occupants, that is the snails in the system. So that is what we are doing, and we are very delicate because we don't want to harm the plants in there. That is what our snails are going to eat. So this is our 15 by 5 Appiah, a place called Mobole, which is on the Appiah Dodowa stretch. Very excellent place. The client built the whole facility. It is sitting on a 2 plot. And we're just going to build snail house upon snail house to fill the whole place. So this is the first of its kind that we're doing for specifically for snails. Other places they are living there and they are using part of it for snails. So this is going to be one of a very valuable insight or research facilities that we'll be using. I always love visiting snail houses, man, because let us see our work. Let us know that this is what we are working on, and then it's good, you know, to see that you build this and it's still standing. Not that we build and it falls, but we built it and it's still standing. So we are going to look at all those, and that gives us joy, you know. So we came to grow more. We came with sweet potatoes, and we have some cocoyams in there as well. And these are the cocoyam leaves that the snails love. We're going to plant them all in the 15 meters. Every part is going to be all.